7:15 on the new 97.1 Amp Radio, and in-studio special guest this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen. Skylar here with us.
Please welcome Skylar Gray.
Skylar Gray, everybody. Good morning, Skylar. How are you?
Hello, Carson. I'm good.
First of all, thank you for coming in this morning. This is very, this doesn't really happen normally like this. Producer Angie also here. I read a lot about you, Skylar Gray, and I think you're one of the great sort of artists that has a big, strong impact and footprint in top 40 radio right now, yet the average person may not even know your name.
Wow, thanks.
And so I called, I told producer Angie, I was like, we got to get Skylar on, because there was I think it was an LA Times, USA Today did a great story on you, and the music that you've written and the hooks that you sing on. We play your music all the time, but people may not know. And then we called the record company, and they're like, oh, hold on. We know.
Slow down.
Slow your roll, Amp Radio. Skylar's in the studio working on her much-anticipated, long-awaited solo effort album. There'll be a time and a place for the interview, but it's not now. And I just sort of, and then I got on the phone with somebody. I was like, listen, this can only be good for Skylar Gray's future. I just want to have her on to say hello. And I know you came in kicking and screaming, so thank you.
Well, I've been watching you on TV and everything for a long time, so it's kind of cool to be here with you. I was just going to ask you, how old are you? Can I ask that question?
Yeah, I'm 37.
37.
Yeah.
Well, you look really good.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I heard you on. Now, first of all, just to set the table a little bit, Skylar Gray, you've co-written, you sing the hook and co-written "Love the Way You Lie," right?
Yes.
I Need a Doctor, the Dre track. You also performed on the Grammys with him. Mm-hmm. And the Coming Home Diddy Dirty Money track, you also co-wrote and sing on.
Yes. And Lupe Fiasco.
And the Lupe song, right?
Words I Never Said.
Words I Never Said, right? And you are now in the studio doing your own album.
Uh-huh.
I heard you on a Fort Minor song back in 4 or 5 years ago that I always loved. I don't even know the name of the song.
That was called Where'd You Go? And my name was Holly Brooke.
Then I heard that was your name at the time?
Yeah.
Why'd you change your name to Skylar Gray?
I changed my name, man. I got sick of Holly. She was a pain in my ass.
Wow.
She sounds very sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, she was too sweet and let people walk all over her. And I kind of retreated into the woods and became a completely different person over the past couple of years. So.
You personally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm totally confused now.
She turned into Skylar.
Is this like a Garth Brooks sort of thing? Who is Skylar Gray?
Skylar Gray is the person that I became. I kind of named myself after, I went through a really hard time, and I grew so much in that period of time that I just didn't feel like the same person anymore.
In the last 5 years, you've changed quite a bit, you're saying.
Yeah, a lot.
So you wrote Love the Way You Lie. You co-wrote that song.
Yeah.
I have this demo. Is this really the demo for it?
On the first page.
Is this really? This is you singing the whole song?
Yeah.
This also caught my ear because I liked it more than the original.
Oh, thank you.
But you just sang this, saying I wrote the song. It was just like your pitch?
No, I mean, the pitch happened when I wrote the chorus over the beat. And then I
No, I didn't mean like your pitch in your voice, but why this is your demo, right? You just laid this track down.
What do you mean this is my pitch? You mean my
Why didn't you release this song?
It wasn't an option at the time.
Right.
Nobody would have listened.
Beautiful.
Nobody would have listened to it.
Hold on, let me hear a little bit.
But you'll always be my hero, even though you've lost your mind. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's alright because I mean,
Rihanna's got a powerful voice, and it's not fair to compare the two, but there's something about you just singing this entire song that I really love. Is this the sort of stuff you're working on now for your solo record?
No. It's very different sounding from my solo stuff right now. But I think, in any case, when the writer sings a song, there's automatically a different connection with it.
Right.
And so
I think it's that connection I hear in it that I like a lot, too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. You wrote that song. That's huge. I mean, that was up for Record of the Year. That was enormous.
It was up for 7 Grammys.
And
incredible.
You performed at the Grammys.
I did perform
now,
at the Grammys.
I have a question about the Grammys.
Okay.
They kept you kind of in the back, in the
your lighting was weird. Everybody wanted to see you. They're like, light Skylar up. There was no light on you.
Yeah, I went to the computer to Google you, to find you, because I
was
couldn't
actually
see you.
intentional.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
On their part?
On my part.
Yeah, you're super
Really?
hot. Why wouldn't you want to have the
Right,
light
that's
shine
what I
on?
was
Shut up.
I thought
No, I'm
she was going
serious.
to have one eye. That is exactly
I
what
think this is the
thinking.
case a girl with low self-esteem, or look in the mirror. I mean, you're super hot.
Yes.
It's been part of our whole plan in my rollout.
Like, who is this girl?
At first, people didn't know what I looked like, and they were like, "Is she black? Is she white? Is she ugly? Is she fat? Like, why aren't they showing this girl's
to
pictures?"
create a little mystery around you.
And so we just want to reveal little bits at a time.
Right.
We don't want to just give it all away.
Right.
And reveal more.
Is that why you guys are so reluctant to do this interview? Because they want to keep you just a little bit under the cloak, a little more mysterious?
Was I reluctant to do this?
No,
interview?
you weren't. Your people were. I think they just wanted the timing to be right, you know? Because when you're done off the air here, people in LA are going to be like, oh, Skylar, I'm going to go check her out, but there's not product really in store for her.
I think they just want to make sure that I'm allowed to come back when I have my
Well, of
solo
course
material.
you are. Of course you are. That's it right there. The record guy's going, yep, ding, 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 ding. Well, I'd like to be a part of shining our early spotlight on you as an incredible artist for the future. So we have now stake in you. It would behoove us to have you back on.
And now you have to come back. When you get huge, you have to come back. You have no choice.
I will.
Okay.
I just love the idea because in top 40, we don't see a lot of the writing, you know, and that's amazing that you co-wrote these 3 enormous songs for everybody else. It's also trending-wise let me shut you off here for a second. In the last year, people who've been singing on the hooks of larger songs have had a tremendous access to success. We've just seen more of this with Nicki Minaj saying on an Usher track, Bruno Mars saying on the B.O.B. track. Even Kesha was, you know, it's a nice sort of tee up now, and so you sort of fit that, except you're not just singing on. How difficult is it for you to go from sort of like singing hooks into just, you know, your whole album being your own?
I mean, I've been performing forever and writing my own material, so being an artist has always been my main focus. Writing for other people kind of happened by accident. And so it's kind of a natural transition.
Do you feel like since you're writing for other people, it gains you a tremendous amount of credibility?
Yeah, I mean, it creates a really cool way. You know, it's a popular formula right now, but a cool way to launch a solo career off of, you know, writing and singing these hooks.
Good, well done, well done.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
No, I was watching you breathe. You took a breath. I thought you were going back in on something. But you know what? Less is more in this case.
I mean, it's like the ultimate form of flattery to have Eminem and Dr. Dre want to work with me. And, you know, even up until the Grammys, I was an unsigned artist. So when I was up on stage performing there, I hadn't been signed yet. Wow. Yeah, you know, so that's...
And then when did you get signed? Like the minute you got off stage and they looked at your face? That's probably why they didn't sign you. They didn't know what you looked like.
We were talking about stuff, but nothing was finished yet. Interscope, through Wonderland, Alex the Kid, the producer.
Right. Alex Kidd is a British producer. Yeah. He produced Love the Way You Lie, right?
Yes.
Am I crazy? Yeah, okay. And he's doing your album now?
Yes, he is.
Well, you're in good hands there. Mm-hmm. What sort of stuff can you just tell us? I know I mentioned, I guess we'll have a single maybe the next month or two, but what can you even tell us about it?
I can tell you that it sounds unlike anything you've probably ever heard.
We know you for being a great writer and having a great voice. I guess you'll sort of stick to what works. I mean, you'll be singing a lot?
We stick to what works, but we also like to push the envelope, and Alex and I push each other creatively outside of our comfort zones, and because we like to keep creating new sounds.
Right. There's a nice bridge between pop and hip-hop, too, with some of the stuff you've done. Will be a sort of hip-hop feeling record? You'll have guest MCs?
Possibly. Nothing's nailed down yet, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Keeping the mystery.
All right. You were an unsigned artist when you did this song, I Need a Doctor, for Dr. Dre off his long-awaited record. And did you like Eminem?
Yes. I love Eminem. I love Dr. Dre. Great people.
Are you in the video of this?
Yes.
Oh, you are? In the water?
No. Okay. I'm hidden,
She's
too.
mysterious.
I'm one of the doctors.
Really? Wait till like 6 months from now when you're on the cover of Maxim with no clothes on. You're going to look at a record and go, what happened to us rolling me out?
No, that's absolutely not going to happen.
Where's the mystery of Skylar Gray?
That's not happening.
I hope not. I'm going to get that in writing.
I'm not selling my body. I'm selling my music.
Skylar Gray, our guest at Amp Radio. Sit tight.
I'm about to lose my mind. You've been gone for so long. I need a doctor to bring me back to
and that is you right there. That's your voice.
That's me.
And it sounds great. Skylar Gray, our guest on the new 97.1 Amp Radio. You can take the girl out of the Midwest, but you can't take the Midwest out of the girl. The stories that we heard during that song were far better than the interview I've done up until this point. Some fellow Midwesterners in the studio.
Yes.
You are from Wisconsin, from a very small town. You're in Los Angeles now. Thanks to your incredible talent for writing Love the Way You Lie for Eminem and Rihanna, I Need a Doctor, the song we just played, you co-wrote and sang on for Dre and M. Coming Home by Diddy, Dirty Money, you also sing on that and co-wrote it. You wrote Lupe Fiasco's Words I Never Said, and also T.I.'s Castle Walls with Christina Aguilera. You're a prolific songwriter, a singer, and you are now in the studio on your own album, to which I can't wait to see and listen to.
Great, me too.
I'm just trying to blow you up here. Anything else you want to say to Los Angeles before we say? You want to shout anybody out?
Oh,
I want to talk about
is it the end?
peeing in your.
Are we coming to the end now?
In your
Oh, you want me to talk about that? No,
talk about
I
peeing in
don't.
your boots?
No. Why did you have to say that?
You went from being the most mysterious woman in music right now to like just it's all out
She
there.
was 10.
I'm great. Now everybody's wondering
No,
what
they're not.
we're talking about.
They're not at all.
Okay.
Skylar Gray, you are on Twitter. We should follow you on Twitter.
Twitter, yes. Follow me on Twitter. I don't. Yeah.
At Skylar Gray, I assume.
Yes.
Not to be mistaken with at Sasha Gray, who's a porn star.
Exactly.
Very confusing.
And the spelling is SKYLARGREY
Okay.
for a reason.
Skylar, great to meet you. Thank you for coming in. Any final plugs? You can say it out loud. We're in the nest.
What you got?
No,
What you
I
got?
just have people saying, mention my website and stuff like
Oh,
that.
do you wanna
but
mention it?
SkylarGrayMusic.com.
Okay, good.
Fun place.
Fun?
Yeah, I guess that's
Fun
it.
times? Any other plugs?
I think
Look for the
that's it.
record. When's the record coming
Look
out?
for the record,
There's a record.
man.
There's a whole
The
record
single
crew.
is coming out, in the next month or so, and then the album definitely this year. Lots of really big, exciting things happening, but I can't talk about them yet because we're being mysterious as always.
Yes, I see that. Well, you have an open invitation. Consider this the beginning
Well,
of a
thank
long
you.
relationship
Appreciate
with
it.
us at Amp Radio. We believe in you. We're thinking to be a huge star in a year from now. You'll probably blow us off, but that's okay.
I will not. I promise you, I will not blow you off.
You always remember your
You heard
first,
it
Skylar.
right here.
Thank you very much. Skylar Gray, everybody. It is 8:31.